seeing them fight Zabuza and Haku was sick
That was dope.
because
I fucked
that
with that
gives you that
super hard.
first taste of like, oh, shit's real, right? And it gives you the
That's one of
first
my
taste of Jonin level fighters
that's one of my favorite fights in the entire Naruto
series.
Shippuden, all of it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is one of my favorite fights because that shit was fucking hard.
And
Uh,
it felt like it was the most plot oriented uh fight. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah,
felt like the
yeah,
power system was correct in that
yeah.
fight
The
versus
balance,
later down the road where you're like, that's not the power system in this. People would
right?
get exhausted way, but like there's
Yeah,
different
yeah.
dynamics and
Where
that
we're
fight.
not because in this fight, before you finish, in this fight, I would say you're right because it seems like they're making up new concepts to create more power in the future versus this one where they're adhering to the concepts they've already created.
Exactly.
Would you agree with that?
100%. And it
Yeah.
took strategy. It took
Yeah.
teamwork.
Because they
It
weren't
wasn't
up
pure
to that
power.
level. Right.
And that was one of the sickest things to see in that show that they got away from ultimately. And I
Yeah.
guess they kind of did have teamwork, but
Yeah.
still,
Yeah. And you had
it's a
to, and
different.
I understand that you had to get away from it to let it develop and let everybody
And the
kind of do their
characters are so
development.
powerful at that point. And
Right. So you have to do that. But with that being said, like even just the like them showing the difference in levels, like because they said that the reason that team was put together was Sasuke was
beginnings.
number one
Yeah.
and Naruto was the very last
That's what
in
they
class.
claimed.
That's
I
what they
still think
claim.
it's an underlying thing,
And I
though.
can ask you what you think on that afterwards because
Yeah.
I think I take them for their word on that one. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
have too
don't.
much thought on that. But like you see it. So because Naruto he fucking shapeshifts into the
The
fucking
sh-
the thingy. Yeah, whatever it's
shuriken?
called. Yeah, the shuriken, the giant shuriken.
Yeah.
And in an instant, the
He
number one
understood.
person knew exactly what was going on, what was needed to do, which was dope because that's the first time you get to see their dynamic.
Uh
And you're
huh.
like, oh shit, they fucking like when it comes down to it, they fuck with each other. And in the
Exactly.
end, that's all that really matters is when it comes down to it, do you fuck with each other or not? And
100%.
then even his first losing control of the fucking Nine Tails was when Sasuke died in that fight, or when he thought
Mm.
he died in that fight.
Right.
When he was covered in the mist, got all sliced up and shit from the mirrors,
Yeah.
from that
Yeah.
fucking
And
mirror
then you get
jutsu.
the Naruto moment where he jumps in
Yeah,
front of all that shit,
yeah,
takes it, and then he loses his mind and goes into that nine-tailed fox like first mode, which was
yeah,
sick. I
yeah.
mean, there you get Sasuke, who I believe got his Sharingan that fight, and then you got Naruto, who got his
Did he?
thing that fight as well,
Okay.
if
Yeah.
I'm not
So
mistaken.
yeah, I don't remember about the shot and gun part, but I'll take your word for it because you actually have a better grasp on
I
Naruto
think
than
so.
I
I
do.
could be wrong as well, and grill
But
me in the
with that,
comments if I'm wrong, but
yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
and
that's
if
what
he's
he
wrong, make sure you grill
got
the
his
shit out of him because I'm tired of it
Sharingan.
being me. All right, you guys are so mean to me,
I wonder
and I'm
why.
tired of it. Okay.
Huh? That's so uncalled for.
Oh shit! But you were saying before
Yes,
that you don't agree with that's why they put them together. Why do you think then
I put
that
them
they put them
together
together?
literally because they're two orphans. I think he thought they're two orphans and they need somebody. And when you
Oh,
got somebody
interesting.
who's so much powerful than the other guy, on top of them both being orphans, they have a stronger sense of connection, or need for connection, a stronger sense of need for connection because
Is this your psych background playing
no,
into this, or is this
no,
just
this
a
is
thought?
personal
Okay.
thought, and because I just you can see in people who don't grow up with parents, it's different. It's just different. You see the world in a different light 9 times out of 10. It doesn't mean it's bad or good. There's just a difference. That's all I'm trying to point out. And when you got them two there, and then you got the power dynamic, it's like they're not only trying to match each other in power or prove each other's power, but they're also looking for that competitive like friendship. Like they're
Yeah,
yearning
yeah, rivals.
unconsciously for a friendship as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like it's
so
a
it's like
healthy.
a healthy rivalry where they're friends trying to do better than each other. Like,
Exactly, and they don't have anybody
yeah,
else. So, you know, that's why they're kind of leaning in towards each other. And I think
hmm,
Sarutobi low key saw that.
that's
And
interesting. I will say, out of all the theories I've heard from you that I've disagreed with, I don't. know if you're right about this one. Obviously,
Yeah,
neither of
I don't
us will
even
know
know.
if you're right about it.
Yeah,
But I will say this one seems the most plausible because the third, that would definitely be something he would have thought of with the way the
because he
third
picks
thought.
the captains, he picks the
Yeah,
teams.
he picks all the
Ultimately,
teams and sets everybody up. And
yeah,
so it would also, like, when you look at him setting them up and putting them with Kakashi, where they're all selfish, and
yeah.
Kakashi has a history of when people are too selfish failing him.
Uh huh.
So he's strongest on making sure the team works
Well,
as a team.
and think about
It all kind
Kakashi.
of makes sense.
Think about Kakashi's past. Who does he have left? He has
Yeah,
nobody left either.
that's
So
true.
I think
Huh.
Sarutobi's very fucking strategic because they
Huh.
even show the time where Sarutobi told Kakashi, "Hey, you're coming out of the Anbu. I don't need your services there anymore. I want
Yeah.
you to fucking become a teacher of specifically Naruto, Sasuke." And
Yeah, I will
then
say
he
it was
mentioned
super shitty because
Sarada.
it was after he made him stay
Right.
in the Anbu, where
Yeah.
he's like, "I want to quit." He's like, "Nah, nigga, you staying." He's
Right.
like, "Fuck, dude, it's fucked
Right.
up, man. Let him go."
But
His whole
yeah.
core is shattered. Like he just went through some fucked up betrayal shit, and you're gonna make
Yeah.
him stay? That's fucked up, dog. But
Yeah.
I do agree with you that he is, and he explains out the way he thinks often enough to where what you said, although it may be true, may not be true, is it does come off as a real world possibility
Yeah.
that that's what he was actually trying to do and the way he
Mhm.
saw it. And if that's the case, why the fuck would he throw Sakura in
Yeah, that's the biggest
there?
question, is really just Sakura's
Okay.
involvement because I don't really know or understand why they would have even thought of doing that. It doesn't
Yeah,
really make
and
much
keep in
sense.
mind, like, there's a lot of people out there that think Sakura is one of the most pointless characters. Like, there are so many videos on people saying she's one of the most pointless characters in the
Yeah.
show. I don't agree with that.